When you give an impairment, what impairment do you want to use? You want to use the AMA guides. Why? You always want to use the industry standard. That's why. Don't use anything unique or different. Always use scientific industry standard. As soon as you start doing anything different, you're setting yourself up to be questioned. You're setting yourself up to be taken out of the game. So that's why it's so important that we use standard science, standard medical procedures, standard, okay? So in the impairment category, the industry standard is the AMA guides, all right? Now, when we go into the AMA guides, right now there's the 6th edition out. Here's a couple things you need to know. Number one, which AMA guides do you use? You want to use your state's preference. Now here's how it works. There's no laws in personal injury in the states. Typically what happens with personal injury is personal injury follows the guidelines of workers' compensation. That's what it typically follows. So you won't necessarily see, and every state is different, but you won't necessarily see a state, and that's why I say, well, use the 6th edition or use the 5th edition, because your state may want you to use a specific edition. It may request, or it may even require you to use a 5th edition or the 6th edition. So you want to find out what your state is. One of the easiest ways to do that is call your local bar association and ask the secretary of the bar association, what is the AMA guides for impairment that is expected to be used for impairment ratings for personal injury cases. Those are the people that'll know, okay? Just call the bar association and talk to the board members, and that's how you'll find out. Now, if you don't have to do it, in other words, it says we suggest, okay, you want to use the 5th edition. The reason you want to use the 5th edition over the 6th edition is it's more lenient. It's more favorable. That's why. So try to use the 5th edition if you can. Okay? And in almost every state, you'll be able to do that. Even states that'll say we suggest the 6th edition, it doesn't matter because it says we suggest. It's not a rule unless it says we require you to use the 6th edition. But you won't find that. That's very rare that you'll ever find that in any state. So make sure. So if they don't say it's a requirement, then use the 5th edition for your impairment rating. You felt that one was the most favorable for the patient, okay? So that's the one you want to use, and that's the one you want to, how you find out which one to use. Now,